Hello, I'm Louie Carr, and you're watching Mogul Media Television.
Mr. Louie Carr, how are you?
Pretty good, and yourself?
Good. Where are you originally from?
I was born in Inglewood, California, raised a black and Mexican family. Spent most of my time the streets of Los Angeles, Inglewood, Redondo Beach, and primarily around the Inglewood area where the fabulous former Lakers used to play back in the day.
The house Magic built.
Yeah, definitely. Back-to-back championships, man. Those are the good old days, though.
The dynamic 80s.
Yes.
And what was it like growing up in Inglewood?
Well, for me, being black and Mexican, it was tough. Because sometimes I didn't fit in with the Latin community because being black, or I didn't fit in with the black community being Latin. But then once I started, getting a gist of who I was able to transform and adapt to both communities, and they both took me on, and it just became a natural. It's more tougher for me being black and Mexican in my career now as an actor, as opposed to growing up in the streets of Inglewood.
I did some research. Soul Train, for what it was, just because you knew how to do the snake or the wop, really meant nothing. You had to be sponsored to get on to that fine program. Who was your sponsor to get on Soul Train?
Well, I wouldn't call it sponsor. I would say you'd have to know somebody. It was like any high-end or flavor of the month club where they handpick people. You'd show up one weekend out of the month, and they'd tape 4 shows. The most beautiful women had no problem getting in, but it was so popular. So many male dancers or males tried to get in. It was tough. I remember it took me at least two tapings to get actually invited to come inside Soul Train and become a Soul Train dancer. So my third time going back, I rented a tuxedo, and I thought that might get me in. So I would say I pretty much sponsored myself, man. I found a way to get in, just like back in the Forum days. Me and my friends, we'd stand outside the fabulous Forum and act like we were poor, begging for tickets just to get in. So I think in a sense, back to your question, I kind of sponsored myself with that tuxedo, and I got in, and the rest is history.